there, I'm JB Portillo. Welcome to In the Know. This program is to help you be aware and informed of projects and events going on in our area. Each month, we're going to post the program on the POA's Facebook page and make it available on community television. Want to be in the know? Then stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another In the Know. Once again, I am speaking today with Tom Judson, our COO.
How are you today?
I am great. Even though it's a little cool out there, I kind of like it. How about you?
It's a beautiful day out.
Yeah, it really is. All right, so let's get right into what we're going to talk about today. Let's talk about where we stand on our timeline for the assessment increase.
So the Elections Committee will reveal the outcome on November 19th at 6 p.m. at Reardon Hall. Mm-hmm. So we're all anxiously awaiting till then. Cast your vote. Every vote counts. It'll be it's a pretty exciting evening. If it is approved, then January 1, all the changes will kick in at that point.
Okay. You know, you mentioned the other night in the meeting that some people are kind of waiting to do their new ID cards until then, but we really don't have to. Is that right?
Yeah, so what's happening is what we're seeing is people are delaying renewing their photo ID cards. They're delaying their annual fitness membership and so forth. I think everybody's kind of hitting the pause button to see what the outcome of the vote's going to be. And that's, I respect that, but it's unnecessary because if someone has any membership of any type that has life to it beyond January 1, so you purchased your fitness membership or your golf membership on July 1st. So you would have 6 months remaining. We're going to credit your account for that dollar amount. So you're going to get that money in some way, and then you can use that credit towards your assessments. We'd like people to renew and stay fit and use the gym.
Yeah.
But I also understand that, the nature of people to hit the pause button. Let's see what happens with the vote.
So I can take that form I've had filled out now for several weeks and actually go ahead and take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll do that.
I'm not going to give you an excuse not to work out.
Thank you. Oh, shoot. I was counting on that. I know that recently we just had a great volunteer troop, didn't we, for making these calls? Tell us about that.
Yeah, we had a total of 303 volunteers, made 17,200 calls.
Wow.
That is just amazing. It's just fantastic, their contribution. They got through to 15,000 people. Mm-hmm. So we had approximately 2,200 telephone numbers that are bad, and the volunteers marked off on the sheets, and we give that to member services, and we're contacting those members to try it. Unfortunately, member services and the POA is the last to find out if you move, if you change your telephone number, and so forth. So we got through to 15,000. Now in 16, there were 12,000 calls made. There was 3,000 bad calls, bad telephone numbers. So we got through to only 9,000 people in 2016 compared to 15,000 this time. So, and all of it was to encourage people to vote because every vote counts.
Well, I always try to find the good in everything. To me, it's twofold. You've got all those calls made, and we're updating your records and finding out about where people are and what they're doing.
Absolutely. And, a lot of the numbers, unfortunately, is people are converting from landlines to cell phones.
Yes.
We don't have their cell phone number. We have their old landline. They didn't tell us. So now we know. We can, in many cases, we still have their email address. We'll send them an email, and then they'll give us an updated information.
That makes perfect sense to me. Again, I have to brag. I think I did this last time too, but I have to brag on that video you guys put out about the amenities.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've had 1,707 views, so that's really good. It's helping get the information out there. Mm-hmm. And I've said this before. I totally respect a member's decision to vote yes or vote no, but make an informed decision.
Exactly.
Not what your neighbor tells you or what you read on Facebook. Make an informed decision on your own. Seek out information. If you need to contact me, send me an email. Give me a call. I've met with property owners. They had very specific questions, and I've been able to help them make an informed decision. Some were yes, some were no, as long as you make an informed decision.
Yes, absolutely. That's really the only way to do it. So anything else you want to talk about on the assessment, or are we just kind of holding our breath and waiting?
Well, we're holding our breath, so we have to get to 50% to reach quorum,
Mm-hmm.
and as of this morning, we're at 38.3%.
Wow.
So we kept really detailed records in 2016 on how many votes were cast each day, and we lost the information.
Aw.
So we don't have a complete idea of how we're trending compared to 16, but if memory serves me correctly, I think we're well ahead of the pace that we had last time. So we're just 12% away with 3 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty confident that we're going to make it.
Yes.
There's a couple email reminders that are going to be going out in the next couple of weeks.
Good.
We just need people to vote. That's the key. You send in your ballot. If it's been sitting on your counter for a couple days or a couple weeks, get it done. Vote. Send it in.
Well, I like the idea of being able to vote online. It takes about 5 seconds and you're done.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Bella Vista, I just have to say, for me personally, this is a very important vote. So Tom's absolutely right. Vote however you're going to vote, but vote. It counts no matter what you do. Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. We have another thing that's kind of connected, but not.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a budget meeting coming up on the 14th.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So on the 14th at 6 p.m. At Reardon Hall,
Uh-huh.
November 14th at 6 p.m. at Reardon Hall, we're going to do the annual budget presentation. We're hoping that more people will attend. Last year we had about 5 property owners attend, so hopefully we'll get more people. Now, this year we're going to have 2 budgets because of the timing. We won't know the outcome of the assessment vote until the 19th, yet we're presenting before that. So we're actually going to present a pass and a fail budget.
Gotcha.
We're going to present everything and show people what it would look like, what the capital projects look like, if it's going to be a pass and if it's going to be a fail and so forth. And we'll have our entire staff there. That way, if there's any questions for any of the directors, so forth. So we encourage people to attend, be informed
Mm-hmm.
as to what our budget looks like for next year, whether it's a pass or a fail.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I look forward to that.
Yes.
And hopefully we will have a lot more people there this year.
And we'll live stream it again.
Yes.
We live stream just about every meeting.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So if you can't make it, you can view it at home on your laptop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or your phone, for that matter.
Yeah, iPad, everything.
That's right. Okay. So I think there's still a little bit of concern out there. The latest rumor that you know about is concerning, you raising the fees next year.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I've received a number of emails on that, and there's 2 types of fees. Okay, there's assessments and there's user fees.
Right.
Okay, so if the assessment increase is approved, our governing documents restrict assessments from being increased for a minimum of 3 years.
Gotcha.
Okay, so if they're approved, an increase will go through in January 1, and no additional increase to the assessments can occur for a minimum of 3 years. Okay. On the user fee side, the board has made a guarantee. They've made a commitment that they're not going to increase the fees for a minimum of 3 years.
You all hear that?
Okay.
Minimum 3 years.
Now, we've included that information on all the brochures, all the marketing material we've put out. So if we were to violate that, it would be false advertising.
Exactly.
And I'm sure we would get sued, and we would probably lose because we effectively lied to the community. So the board is 100% committed to a 3-year, no change. What we've included in the brochure is what will occur for 3 years.
Well, I know so much effort was put into actually coming up with the way you're asking for the assessment. And I've heard a lot of really good things about that. So that just puts the cap on it.
Yeah, and imagine, think of it, if this goes through, I mean, it's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
In my opinion. And think of a person moving from another state. Mm-hmm. First of all, our assessments will be $35 a month, which is extremely low.
Yes.
But also, for $30 more a year, you get a gym membership, you get free range balls, you get a pool membership, a beach membership, you can go to the gun range, all these things, and 10% off the restaurants.
Yes.
All those things, that's just amazing. When I've spoken with other communities, large scale communities, and when I tell them the plan, they're like, wow, that's a great package. That's going to draw a lot of people in.
Absolutely, it is. I think there's another rumor that's floating out there right now we need to kind of clarify.
Yeah, so the other rumor is that if, let's say a person receives their ballot and they rip it up and throw it out, okay, so they have not cast their ballot in any way. The rumor that's out there is that the POA is going to vote it for you. And that's not even close to being accurate. Just mail in your ballots.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, can I bring up another really cool thing that's going to happen on November the 6th?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This mega member appreciation event. Let's tell everybody again.
So we've been doing a number of these events. We started last year, New Year's Eve, and it was very successful. And so we've been doing these every quarter. So we wanted to do a mega. We wanted to try, what we've been doing is normally it would take place at Lake Point. And we said, these have been so successful. Let's see if we can do it at both locations. So we're having 2 entertainers, one at BV, one at Lake Point. 2 different types of menus, and go onto our Facebook account and you can see the menus. They're totally different. You're going to get a wristband, so you can go to one, listen to some music, eat as much as you can, safely drive over to the other one, and listen to the other entertainer and try the other types of food. And it's all on one night. It starts at 5, goes till 8. $2 drinks, $2 beer, $2 wine, $2 mixed drinks. It's a great deal. It's $5.
Let's talk about that $5 because I really liked what you said the other night at the meeting about what that $5 is.
Well, it
all
goes
about.
Towards our employees. It's their gratuity. Now we encourage people to still tip because our employees work very hard that night.
Yes.
And my rule of thumb is, the way I was always taught, and a long time ago I was a busboy, is regardless of the end price, regardless of the discount and so forth, you should tip off of the real price. So if you go to a 2-for-1, you should tip your server based upon the whole price, which you would have saved if you hadn't received the discount. So if you get a $2 beer and it's normally a $4 beer, you should tip off of what you would normally give off a $4 beer. Our employees they're so valuable, so they're so important to us. So take care of our employees.
And they don't give you discounted work. They give you the full thing.
This is true.
Yes.
This is true.
Okay. So everybody come out for that. It's going to be really fun. And I really like the idea. I'll probably be at Lake Point because it's closer to me and I like the food. But this place is wonderful here too. So come on out.
And we're going to have to sing someone a happy birthday.
Maybe.
I heard you're going to be plenty 9.
Wow, I like that. I was going to say I'm 71, still having fun.
No, I think it's plenty 9.
Okay. Well, you all come out anyway. We appreciate it. I think we're going to take a little break and talk to Darryl, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, thank you. See you next month.
Absolutely.
All right. Hi, everybody. We're back again, and we're now talking to Darryl Muldoon, Director of Golf Operations at POA.
Yes.
And you have some exciting news, some new certification going on.
It was me back it up about 8 years ago. I was in another business section, part of poultry, made a change to golf. Wasn't sure if I would like it. love it. And then I got in the PGA. PGA education is a big deal. It's about 6 years of hard work, and you do it while you're working. So I started it back then, went through its 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, and I just currently got accepted into PGA membership, which is worldwide. It's a degree, specialized degree in golf, and that's what it is. So it's taking me some time working, developing my skills and my education to help the membership.
For those of us who don't speak golf, can you say what the PGA means? What is that?
PGA is the largest institution, professional golf South America. It's big. We do everything from they educate us from how to serve the members better, to greenkeeping, to golf cart lease, to food and beverage, to budgets, and then teaching. Teaching is a big part of it as well. Yeah. And it's kind of a big deal. You start off on level 1, and you got to pass each level, playability test. You go to each level, you got to present down at Port St. Lucie, down in Florida, to the PGA Education Center. Your professors, you have your mentors down there. And then once you pass your level 1, you go to the next level, and each one gets a little more in depth into teaching, food and beverage, golf operations, all that type of stuff. So
gotcha.
The final presentation, that was intense. We have to do a presentation for 30 minutes to the board, to our fellow PGA members, and they give you a topic and you work on it and you present it, and it was pretty intense. It was pretty cool. And people don't realize you have a portfolio to do as well. So it's just not going down there for a week, getting educated, coming back and passing. They give you a portfolio at each level, which you do videos from lessons. You got to go out, you got to interview. I think I interviewed Tom a little bit. I interviewed Keith. Get their background and develop your own business plans and bring them to the POA or wherever you work.
So is there additional work you need to do after you get that top level?
Awesome. Good question. So I got accepted to membership beginning of last month. And then I had another interview, and I'm going to go into my master's is what we're going to do. So I'm moving forward. I've enjoyed it so much. Like I said, 8 years ago, I wasn't sure if I was going to be in golf. Big career change. Absolutely love it. Haven't worked since. So I want to stick with golf and keep educating, because there's a lot more stuff that I can offer and I can bring to this community.
He says he hasn't worked since, but that's okay. We'll let you go with that.
I love what I do. And my staff supports me, which is good.
Well, and speaking of that, I think we have some others that are working on getting those certifications as well, right?
We have. We've got our new hire down there. It's not a new hire. She's been with us for a year and a couple of months, Miss Hillary. She's LPGA certified. And then she's on her level 2 of her PGA certification to get to a PGA certified. So she's grinding at it. She's got to do exactly what I went through, is videotaping and all that type of stuff. She's enjoying it. I keep pushing her. It's get there. So she's on track. So it's real good. We do have 2 other Class A's out there, Gavin Smith and Alex Sanford. They qualified PGAs. They out there, and it's good to have them on board.
Absolutely. So, I just see that making, among so many other things, Bella Vista even better than it is. Just having professionals like you keeping up the good work.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking with me today. Oh. Every time I talk to somebody in the golf thing, I understand just a little bit more about it.
Well, thank you for all you do.
Thank you. All right, Bella Vista, stay tuned for next month and be in the know.